Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Nick here, back with another video on this Wednesday. This one's going to be on about how to set up your Google Calendar optimally to really get the most value out of your time each day, right? We all have the same 24 hours. How is it that some people just do so much more than others and vice versa? Sometimes it can come down to simple things like calendar. A lot of people are really good at utilizing chaos, which is a term about some people don't organize their days at all and are just always working and on calls this way and doing that. Some people organize their life like that. Some people are more structured. It's really about finding what is best for you. I found for myself, I work really well in a militaristic setting that I schedule things out to the minute sometimes. I can also play chaos if I need to. When I get up at the wrong time or a different time, I don't think there's like a wrong time. It's all time, right? But if chaos does come about, something does come up, I'm pretty good at that as well, not working in a structure too. But I just prefer structure. It gives me more clarity on my decisions. Where am I going with my next action, the next thing I'm doing? So I think that's some of the benefits of having a Google Calendar that you can look at, can kind of create for yourself, and actually make it fun to actually look at the activities too, right? So a lot of these activities people are not going to like. Right? But if you actually put some cool emojis, make things look cool, you can really create a Google Calendar that's optimal to your liking and really makes you excited to get up in the morning. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a Google Calendar from scratch, actually, just off request. Someone asked me to do that and see how to really make a good looking Google Calendar. So we're actually going to do that in this video today. So we're going to call it good looking calendar. Calendar for great activities and making things happen, memories as well. So boom. So we're just going to create a new calendar. We'll do that. We're going to go back and now we're going to redo these and we're just going to have good looking calendar. So let's get right to the start. The first thing you want to do usually is put in your sleep, because that really is the most important. What I've noticed, I always put in my sleep first to make sure that that's dialed in. I have that down and I'm not missing it each day. So what I like to do first is I just like to create a random event and then I'll change it here. So whatever time you go to bed, I like going to bed around 10:30, 10:45, 11. So I'll just put 10:30 for now, p.m. And then look, 7:15 a.m. I think that's pretty perfect for optimal sleep. So we'll just call this optimal sleep. And then some really cool things you can do is you can make little like emojis. So you can put like sleep emojis. I'll put like this guy. This is all off the cuff, right? So none of this is planned out, but make sure you always click space after emoji so the previous one doesn't delete. But you go like this, sleepy time. I kind of like the look of this one. So you can do that. Optimal sleep, save. And something you want to do as well, is you want to set it to repeat daily. So you just have this going on. We'll actually go to this week, so just a little easier to see. So we have this optimal sleep. I usually like to make my sleep a cooler color as well. Let's put like a blueberry blue. That's pretty cool. This and all following events. So looks a little weird there. But whatever, you guys get the point, right? So that's optimal sleep, and that's when I'm going to bed each day. So once I have that, what is next on the list? Obviously, it's getting out of bed. So this is actually really, really important, guys. Is how you get out of bed is usually how the rest of the day goes. So if you get up nonchalantly, kind of melancholy, not looking forward to the day, your day is going to drag on, and you're not going to make the most out of your activities. But if you get out of bed with verve and energy and actually go and just make that bed, put the covers back on, go wash your face right away, go downstairs, get some water. Like if you can do that in the first 10 minutes of your day, 15 minutes, start driving to the gym or wherever you're going, straight to work, it can really help energize you, and you'll feel like you're already working with momentum, right? Imagine a snowball that, imagine like a little snowball that, is really loose. It barely has any momentum. The hill's very shallow like this. How is the snowball going to really turn into a big avalanche if you're not moving really fast, right? If you're not moving really fast and just sliding down the snowball, creating that momentum. I'm sure there was a better example there, but you really get the point. I wish there was a better way I could drive that home. Maybe I'll think about it. I don't know why I did that. I'm getting tired, but maybe there's a better way to explain that. But we're going to go wake up. wake up, and wash face, comma, brush teeth. This is like actually how I'd make it too. So we're gonna do this, go basil, and then there's just a cool few things like I like to do, you know, like, you know, you can put like the sun, that'd be cool, right? Wash face, and something you could do here, you could put like a little, whatever you want to do. I really like this emoji, that's cool. Brush teeth, just to symbolize washing. Maybe I'll move this so it's a little easier to see. Could put it right here. That's pretty cool. We could repeat this daily. Boom. So see, just something cool like that, that's fine. And then we can do, what I like to do as well is like driving time. So let's say you were going to the gym first, right? We'll do that for anybody who likes to go to the gym in the morning. Well, I guess the majority of you guys probably might not be going to the gym in the morning because, I mean, I struggle to go to the gym in the morning without a calendar. So let's say you're not going to the gym in the morning and you're doing something else, right? Let's say you're eating breakfast. You want to do that. Let's say you're eating breakfast for 15 minutes or something. Let's say 10, whatever, how long this is. So I'll always do something really cool to make me excited. I'll put like a plate. See, something like that's just really cool to see. I really like that. I'll do something like eating's a really cool task, so I'll do that and I'll actually make it repeat daily as well. So you got that going. Now I've already eaten. This is my first work block, let's say. Like I say I want to work for an hour. Developing app front end, right? Let's say you're doing that. We're going to change this color as well to something a little cooler. Let's do like lavender. Actually, let's do like, that's pretty cool. That's fine. And then we can put like a computer as well. I don't know about a laptop. That's pretty cool. I like that. Repeats daily. Boom. So this is like now my transition. Now let's say my work is done. Let's say a good thing would be like answering emails and communicating with team, right? Let's say you want to do that. Then what I could do here is I could change it to flamingo. I could have this repeat daily. And then, of course, you guys know I like this. Sometimes you can't see it when it's this far, but it's still good practice to include it. Guys, I swear, like the emojis can really, really make or break how excited you are to use your calendar. Like when I didn't have emojis, this calendar looks shitty. And excuse me, but like it really wasn't fun to work with. It was not a good sight to see. But when I was able to actually implement emojis, making it a little bit artistic, I really enjoyed just looking at my calendar each day. Like it was a lot of fun. It made me feel good. It made me feel like productive as well, that I'm using a calendar in general. It just really helped the rest of my day. You guys might notice too, like sometimes these times will change on you. So sometimes if you change this to like 9:50, this thing will automatically move up. So you want to be wary of that as well. But we'll do this. We'll do driving time. We're going to be coming back from the gym as well. So we're going to duplicate this one more time. Add this right here. And now we're going to add some gym time. A good solid hour. I really like adding in driving time as well because it really just makes it more realistic. It makes it feel like you're actually, you're implementing everything, but at the same time, you're also like, you're not giving yourself, a lot of people get caught up in like, how did it take so long at the gym? What was that about? Like, why did it take me like 2 hours to get a full workout in? I know people are doing it faster. Like, I think a lot of it does come down to the driving time. People don't realize that on average, people are going to spend like 2 or 3 weeks a year in their car going from place to place. So you really want to be making that use of that time, right? You want to be like listening to audiobooks, listening to positive content, good YouTube videos you have saved. That's what I do all the time. Like when I'm driving, I always listen to audiobooks or just present. I'm like looking at the trees, thinking. I'm always trying to use my time as productively as I can because I really think that makes or breaks. Fun fact, like something I learned from a game called League of Legends was when I was climbing to become like the best player in the country at my champion Bard, which I eventually became, and the second best in the world. I remember it really came down to like the small habits that it's just the difference of like literally like how you click your mouse a certain way at a certain time that like no one would ever recognize, but just because you made that click, you were at somewhere else 1 second earlier. It's almost like by capturing the pawn in move 2 in chess, somehow you get the rook move 70, right? That's really what it comes down to. So I think if you can make that little effort to listen to an audiobook, just get an app like Audible. It's pretty cheap and credits are pretty cheap. You can listen to any book you want. You can listen to fantasy. I like nonfiction, so there's a bunch of nonfiction books out there. Right now, I'm finishing a book called Atlas Shrugged. I'm also reading 10x is Easier Than 2x by Dan Sullivan and another guy. That was really good. I read that in the gym. So I have a different book for driving in the gym. And then I actually just started The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump because I was really curious his thought process on how he makes deals in real estate. So I started that one as well. And I think a great mindset to have, I know we're building a calendar here, let me keep going, is a great mindset to have is like no matter who you hate as a person, they're always going to have something to teach you, most likely. A lot of people will get triggered by that and click off the video. But the reality is, if someone's where you want to be and smarter and like just ahead of you, they most likely have more information than you and knowledge. And again, that's something I learned from, believe it or not, League of Legends, where even if I thought, this person not necessarily is like me or is different, plays the game different than me. For those who don't know, League of Legends is a video game. And even though this guy plays the game different than me, I swear I'm better than this guy. I still took the time to like submit my ego and try and take as many things as I could from that person because that's really how you get better at something, right? So that's just a side note though. We're going to talk about shower, recovery, meal. Let me do this. Let me shower, recovery, meal. Okay, so I finished the rest of the calendar. It took me definitely a few more minutes just because I'm a little bit more of a perfectionist, right? But even then, this is still pretty good. Like, you don't have to go this far at all. This is still ample work time each day. Like, if you guys can make something like this, spend 30 minutes really planning out your ideal day and seeing like how you want to live your life. This will only help you become more clear also on your goals too. Like, what do you want to actually allocate your time towards, right? Like, what do you want to do with your time? As you can see here, let's say I was a founder, let's say I was a developer who is managing a team, and I wanted to change my time from developing apps to having strategy calls with customers to actually ideating and further developing the product. As you can see here, this is still pretty good. Like, I have 2.5 hours of coding each day. I have 3-hour block of calls. I have a private team call with my team, and I have the nighttime to still go over product and what I want to change with it. I can still code there. It's another block. I still get my gym time. I'm still having a healthy eating schedule. I'm still waking up and washing my face, maybe getting some sunlight if the sun's out. And at night, I'm still reflecting on my day. I'm still meditating. I'm still ending the night with reading and journaling. And I don't think there's anything that you would need to do here. And what I like to do too is you can tell on my calendar, right? Let me get rid of this. You can tell on my calendar that this makes sense. Hold on. Oops. You can tell on my calendar that I'm switching things around too, right? Like, I have product and strategy, but I had jujitsu class tonight. So I'll go during product and strategy. Like, this is more loose, the end of the day, right? The morning times is really that time you're going to get the most done, the most impact on your day. So again, I really hope this video was helpful about, how to really make an optimal calendar, at least get something out there, right? What I struggled with for such a long time, guys, and what I still do sometimes, but not so much, excuse me. You gotta be a good influence to the children, You gotta tell them to drink water. Water is very, very healthy, guys. what I struggled with for the longest time, guys, and do not fall into this trap. If you're a rigid thinker and you're very rigid with how you look at life, make sure you don't fall into the trap of being a slave to the calendar. Because I love my autonomy. I love autonomy, right? I love control over my life. That's like a big thing for me. And what I didn't realize is like I viewed the calendar almost like I'm a slave to it. Like, why would I give something else my time and autonomy? Why would I do that when I want to be creative? I want to come up with new ideas. I want to come up with new things. And what you don't realize is that you lose so much decision-making power, so much time through indecision on the actions you do each day, that it's better to have something loose on a calendar, that you have something to guide you with, right? This is just a guide. It's nothing to follow. This is not your life. This is not how you live. This is a guide on how you guide your actions each day. So if you don't know what to do, there's something you should be doing. And once you get this consistent flow, right? Life is chaotic. Life is chaos, right? Let's get real. Like, you're never going to be able to control all variables. You're never going to control everything. You have to be able to be flexible and live with chaos, but try and structure it as much as you can, right? You're not just going to go into the battle someone told this to me, you're not going to just go into the freeway blind on PCH with your eyes closed. There's going to be cars whizzing by, but you're going to turn in at the optimal time and you're going to get off when you need to, right? And then you can go into the next thing. Sometimes there's going to be traffic, sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's going to be a right time to turn, sometimes you're going to wait. And I think that's really how you want to live life and how you want to view your calendar. Like, this is nothing to slave over. This is really just a way to have things lined up and have things planned out for you so you know what your ideal day looks like. If I have a day and I get up at this time, or maybe I get up later, I still know what activities like I prioritize and want to get done for that time. And then what's nice about it too is your body will get used to it. And if I'm in the gym every morning, my body will get used to going to the gym every morning. It becomes a habit. If I'm used to reading after I come back or watching a educational YouTube video, my body will do that while I'm cooking, right? I don't even have to think about it. It will just happen. And I think that's what's amazing about having a calendar and using habits, is a lot of people don't realize that a lot of things become easier that seem hard just off of habits and just off of standards. So that's for another video. But if you ever notice someone like, how does someone get up at this time? It's just because their body's used to it, It just becomes normal. And I think that's the beauty of a schedule. It can really help you be more consistent. Hope this was helpful for you. I hope you got value out of it. I look forward to seeing your schedules, seeing what you're doing, what you're making, and I shall see you guys on the next one. Ciao.